Imposter syndrome, nobody wants to feel like they're faking it or like they've been given a responsibility that they're not actually capable of handling. And I think that's the core of it. You're in charge of something or someone, even like a task or even being a parent. And you have those moments of, whoa, like I'm seriously not qualified for this. Like I'm definitely not up for the job. And while that feeling can be uncomfortable, I actually think that we need to get a lot more comfortable with imposter syndrome as a society and even just start to embrace it. What imposter syndrome really is, I see it as proof that you're being recognized for something significant in your life. You're stepping up. Take me, for example, making these videos and finally diving into this area that I'm so passionate about, the stuff I spend all day learning about. Yeah, there's a little voice of imposter syndrome that starts to whisper and say, who are you to be doing this? And I guess it's the same when I'm teaching kids. Like I have this huge responsibility to be a good adult role model for these young minds that are just so impressionable. And sometimes I definitely think, am I doing this right? But I think that's part of it. I think if you never feel imposter syndrome in any part of your life, you're probably just not pushing yourself hard enough. Easy for me to say. I think I'm so hard on myself for everything, but I don't think people take enough risks anymore. And because of that, we aren't learning. Like as a society, I think we're learning less. We have lots of information, but not as much knowledge. I think when it comes to imposter syndrome as well, the moment you feel like you've reached the peak, that's definitely the time for a change. Like you should want to feel it. I take my relationship, for instance. I absolutely cherish it. My wife is incredible, Emily. I love her so much. But there's definitely times where I pause and reflect and think, do I feel a bit like an imposter here? Is she still going to wake up one day and realize that maybe she deserves someone better than me? Now, I know it's a crazy thought because we are truly great together. We complement each other in every way and we support each other's dreams. There's always that little bit of imposter syndrome that pops up and says, are you enough for her? Through that, through that reflection, I find ways to be better, to be a better husband, to treat her better. So I think you can actually flip imposter syndrome on its head. Instead of seeing it as a sign that you're about to be found out, which is usually how we look at it, you can start to see it as a starting point of your next thought process. The thought process of how can I become better in this area? Like an opportunity for growth, even, not the countdown to your exposure. I really now see imposter syndrome as more of an opportunity than a hindrance. And I think we would all be better off looking at it that way.